We are live. This is the Friday Night Fire Market Update. Will anyone stop Michael Saylor? No. Should you be afraid to get in? No. Has there been a bull market in crypto yet? No. What? No. That's right. No. There hasn't been any bull market yet. Nothing's happened. We had some memes pump. We have Bitcoin up only. What about the rest of it? As usual, and this has been true throughout the history of markets, people frequently starting out of the gate do the wrong trade. Meaning it's like memes are exciting, but memes are a distraction. Bitcoin, everyone is bullish, but is everyone long? Maybe not. Bitcoin has a history of moving in kind of an insane up-only way. I don't understand why nobody thinks that can happen again. Everyone's got the charts out. I have charts. I'm a chart guy for a living. Everyone's like, well, Bitcoin's probably going to go to 105. Yeah, okay, man. I said that 2 weeks ago, right? Now the question is, now that everybody thinks it's 105, what's it really going to be? Is it going to be 110 or is it going to be 150? Once upon a time, I worked at Goldman Sachs, and there was a guy who predicted the oil market. Oil was at 50. He predicted oil at 100. They threatened to investigate him, claiming it was hyperbole, that they were trying to do some, I don't know, that it was anything but legitimate research. It was legitimate research. Oil not only went to 100, it went to $140 a barrel. So, where can Bitcoin go? I don't know, man. It can go way beyond whatever you think it can. That's point number one. Point number two is, as that's happening, people are going to go, gee, there are other things in this crypto market. Yeah, bro, there are. And we're going to talk about all that right now. Okay, welcoming Kaizen crew. Ian, Cardano on fire. Yeah, man, that's the U.S. government crypto meme coin. Stefan, machines taking it up. Miklo, Brandon, Leo, Zav, Banks 911, Tonya, James Spencer, Arendam, what's up? What's your take on where the market will be in the next few weeks? Dude, materially higher than where it is now. Okay, you're going to watch all the bearish nonsense since March get unwound like that. And that's the market update. We'll see you next week. No, I'm kidding. Charlotte, Andy, Titus, Neff, what's up? SGSG, the original on this stream. Okay, news. The news gets more unbelievable every day, and I'm actually convinced people aren't focused on it. They're not paying attention. Don't worry. That's what I'm here for. Okay, so just in case you think the people that are going to be running the government in January are kidding about anything, the strategic Bitcoin reserve, whatever it is that they want to do, here's Robert Kennedy posting about his uncle John Kennedy, okay, who met an unfortunate end in Dallas, Texas, quoting his uncle saying the word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. That means if you're not a nice person and you've been holding down innovation, health, crypto, you better get out of town. You better get out of town because these guys are not playing around. If they want crypto higher, it's going higher. The Fed wanted stocks higher after 2008. It went up for 15 years. Crypto goes up for 15 days. Everyone's like, oh, okay, let's sell now. Elon confirms there's a send money button somewhere on his platform. Yeah, okay. That's because he's going to turn the whole thing into WeChat and is going to be a payment network, and Doge is probably going to $1. Okay, Orange Man, wants to have crypto payments and financial services on his platform. So, right. I mean, this guy made a DeFi project before November 5th, and everyone laughed at him. They're like, oh, that's nice. And I'm like, hey, give the guy some points for trying. And then the market launches itself into outer space. You know, the herd, like, what do they know? Nothing. Speaking of the herd, look at this. Look at the herd. Here we go. Washington, D.C. is our richest area per capita. Hate to see you go. Hate to see you go. Hope the heck you never come back, but we hate to see you go. Is any amount we pay in taxes worth it for the government? Milton Friedman argued no. Oh my God. They are getting out all the economists from the 70s whose books I read in the 90s. People, if you take capital and you hand it to the private sector, instead of having it sucked up by Uncle Sugar, do you want to know where it goes? Let me tell you. Hedera, Algorand, Avalanche, Near, Ethereum, Cosmos, Fetch, Gala, Render. I could just go on and on and on. Oh, by the way, nobody's long those coins because they're all chasing memes. So we got these guys who everyone is listening to. So we got two camps of like crusty old men. The dinosaur economists that told you, you know, hey, let's get Uncle Sugar doing their primary job, which is protecting the people. And let's get rid of all these dark hedge fund managers like Dalio who think, you know, the world's got to end. You got to move to another country. Like he was actually talking about moving to another country before the election. Oh, you better move out. Yeah, bro, whatever. You better move to Planet Crypto. It's called the United States of America. Okay, now let's talk about asset allocation. Jim Kramer, in order to get attention after shorting this at 40K, says, all I can tell you is own Bitcoin. That's a winner. All right. Now, there are a lot of things you can say about this. One of them would be sell. Don't do that. Okay. The other thing is, if they're talking about Bitcoin on CNBC, it may be time to talk about something else. Not just something else for the sake of something else, but the whole rest of the crypto market. Anybody remember the whole rest of the crypto market? I do. I've been talking about it along with Toby Ward for probably 3 months. They're going to inject so much capital, so much like mental capital, so much physical capital. They're going to completely get rid of all this regulatory hostility and replace it with crypto QE. Because let's face it, the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve, that's what it is. It's crypto QE. How about we look at the rest of the market? SEC Chairman Teresa Goody says, make crypto great again. That's the SEC chair candidate. Hey, how about you guys prevent FTX and leave the rest of us alone, and let's let XRP go to $5. Over on my channel, I do a short video. I go like this. I go, XRP $10. Here's why. And it's like a video game. It's like, you know, 500,000 views on TikTok on XRP $3,000. How hungry are people out there to get out from under this? They're hungry. Okay, so we got the chart, guys. Doing some Bitcoin cup and handle. Quality work. Here's the thing. No one cares about the chart. BlackRock doesn't care about the chart. Michael Saylor definitely doesn't care about the chart. You know, you want to walk into Michael Saylor's office and be like, you know, Mike, there's a cup and handle formation and there's resistance and a technical target around 110K. Yeah. That's where this should stop, right? Okay. Yeah. You know, you'll be fired by security will intercept you before you get to your desk. That's how that'll turn out to take you out. They don't care, because this could be about problems with European currencies. This is another thing that no one has talked about, right? Everyone's like, wow, why is the dollar going up? Well, if the dollar's going up, something else is going down. So are there issues with fiat currencies in other countries? Ruh-roh, right? Like, what are we all doing here? It's a huge party, right? But like, why are these guys so emphatic? Now, speaking of emphatic, Bitcoin will retrace at some point, but right now it looks like we might see a 5 wave between 105 and 110. Yeah, bro, we told you that last week. We told you that last month. Okay, now when it gets there, what happens? Like, these guys are not doing the math as to what happens if it doesn't stop there. Because you know what? This guy knows where the chart points are. So he took your chart, kept it on his desk, got rid of you because he doesn't want to hear it because it's going to 3 million, and reminds you that the price of Bitcoin is still less than 0.1 million, because he's going to find all the technical resistance points, and he's going to do like a major hedge fund guy would do and buy at those points massively, and then get on CNBC and bull post while he's buying more on his phone. You guys like resistance? Excellent. I'm a buyer at resistance. And Peter Schiff says, and the real value is still 0. Okay, bro. Bitcoin is less than $2,000 away from 100K, and MicroStrategy is going to buy 3 billion more, and they're going to wait until it's above 100K to do it, just so everyone understands. This is how Bitcoin-backed loans will take over the financial system by reducing the risk and volatility for pension plans. In other words, Bitcoin can be a financial system. More on CNBC. A small amount of Bitcoin added to a large amount of high-quality credit, what you can accomplish is incredible. It can be a cornerstone to blah, 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 blah. In other words, it's an asset that can go on a balance sheet that can expand and then potentially act as collateral. In other words, it's a new form of money like gold, but it expands in value, so much so that you can borrow against it. It's collateral. It's a financial system. That's why, like, oh my God, Bitcoin is worth, whatever it's worth, $100,000 or a couple trillion. Who cares? Total crypto market cap is 3 trillion. Apple is 3 trillion. What this guy's talking about is Bitcoin as a financial system, a network, not a rock and not a stock, something else. Bitcoin is currently 1% away from 100K, and BlackRock is still buying. Obviously I have a huge amount of respect for anybody who can read these like incredible blockchain charts. You know what, people? There's a giant dump truck. There's more than one giant dump truck parked outside Coinbase in a digital sense. And they're just like, yeah, we'll take it all. Oh, you're going to sell? Excellent. We'll take it. Thank you. Thank you. They just don't care. They're not price sensitive, right? If you go back to Milton Friedman, right? There's like price it's like inelastic demand. They're going to want it no matter where the price goes. They're going to want it. And the more demand you have, the higher it goes. The higher it goes, the more demand you have. It's called reflexivity. Something invented by Soros before he turned to the dark side of the force. Chicago Board of Options launches first cash-settled options product. In other words, more ways to play from our friends in Legacy. This is up only. Now, it's also the rising tide that lifts all the boats, right? These Legacy guys don't care. They just got here. The Bitcoin ETF trades for $50 a share. They don't care. They used to share prices like in the thousands with some of these big tech stocks. They're like, oh, look, this is cute, $50 a share. Oh, look, the Ethereum thing, the other thing hasn't gone up yet. Oh, they got a third thing? They're going to come out with Solana? Oh, that's so cool. We're going to get that too. That's equities. Equities, guy named Peter Lynch, go to grocery store and just see what women at Target were buying, and then he go home and buy the stock. This is the same thing. This is the same thing. Except it's not, people at Target, it's BlackRock and Michael Saylor. Now, you want to hear a story about FOMO? This is a story about clandestine FOMO. So, Europe's second largest insurance company. So, an insurance company, a highly regulated entity, they want to play. They're like, how are we going to play? Like, we can't buy Bitcoin. We can't buy the Bitcoin ETF. What are we going to buy? What are we going to buy in huge quantities? Even if they could buy the Bitcoin ETF, like, what does an insurance company like that do when they got to buy size? They're buying the MicroStrategy bonds. Michael Saylor borrows $3 billion to buy Bitcoin. Well, where's he getting that from? He's issuing bonds. And people are like, wow, this guy is going to buy an appreciating asset. His credit's going to be incredible. These bonds are going to go up in value. These bonds are going to follow Bitcoin. They're going to follow MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy, the stock, is a meme stock now. It's the Michael Saylor meme stock. They're just, indiscriminately mooning it. The insurance company's like, how do we get involved? Oh, let's buy their debt. How much of their debt? They bought 25% of what he issued. They're like, hey, Mike, you got any more of that? Got any more of that for us, Mike? Hey, Mike, you need some more Bitcoin? We'll lend you some money. You got any idea how big these people are? Well, the answer is no, you don't. Of course not. Right? People in crypto don't understand this. They just don't understand how big these people are. And they're just warming up. They're just warming up. Right? They got, Grayscale's got exchange traded products. Orange Man's going to be like Web3 forever. Saylor's going to be on the tape going Bitcoin and Web3 forever. I would imagine Vitalik is probably in the weight room and taking like speaking lessons so he can get on television. These guys are going to be a race. Who's going to get on television and talk about this when it just indiscriminately moves? Michael Saylor says, we are making $500 million a day. Na, 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 na. Bitcoin futures hits 100K. It's just a number. Exchange reserves have hit an all-time low. There is no more Bitcoin. Had 500,000 views twice. My channel has 13,000 followers. Okay. I got 500,000 views on TikTok twice on a short called There Is No More Bitcoin. That was in March. I might have to bring it back. The new one is actually There Is No More XRP. Cardano hits $1. Solana is an incredible emerging asset story. ETH futures surges to a new all-time high in open interest. Coinbase is now advertising for the LA Clippers. You know what? I'm happy it's not the LA Lakers. As long as we're not doing the Super Bowl anymore, we're okay. Okay, we're okay. I just got off the phone with one of the most smartest people I know. He says Bitcoin hits gold parity this cycle, which means Bitcoin hits $900,000. Okay. Keep in mind, this guy goes on national TV, talks to the most powerful people in the world, and is a huge Bitcoin bull. Probably Tudor Jones. Okay. Bitcoin hash rate, crazy banana pants. The network has never been more secure. Very, very, very bullish. Now, the title of the stream is about XRP. So a brief comment on XRP. Am I still on the air? Hey, hold on. Okay, I'm on the air. Okay. All right, good. Excellent. I got this message. It's like, you're not on the air. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. All right, let's go to PowerPoint. I'm still on the air. Okay, there I am. I'm on the air. Sorry, my bad. Okay, PowerPoint. You want to talk about XRP? Let's talk about XRP. What do I always say, class? What do I always say about XRP? What is XRP? Fast money. Fast money. So, how many things in crypto can act as money? Well, there's Bitcoin. I don't know who's going to buy Bitcoin. Who's going to use Bitcoin at Starbucks? That's kind of stupid, right? Litecoin decided to become a meme coin at the top of meme coins. So what are you left with? There's a couple of obscure digital cash solutions, Bitcoin Cash and XRP. I mean, what happens if the future of money is Bitcoin and XRP? Like, shouldn't XRP have like a $250 billion market cap? Particularly if they've got like a financial system that can be run on their blockchains. Hopefully not. It's not a CBDC. But this whole case for XRP, which has been around forever, I mean, retail just tormented, right? Sucked in, left for dead. Everyone exits, or maybe everyone kept it. They're searching the internet everywhere, obviously, for content, because I don't think people understand the value proposition of XRP. XRP is fast money, Wall Street relationships, persecuted, made in America. I mean, he voted for the wrong guy out of fear. I mean, I knew that XRP was going to go up eventually when I saw the guy from XRP at Consensus, and all he talked about was stable coins. He didn't say one word about his own coin. Now, at the time, I'm like, I feel sorry for XRP holders, because here's the guy running the project who won't talk about the project. When they get bearish their own coins, right? When they get bearish their own coins, when Consensus lays people off, where's it going to go? I'm going to tell you where it's going to go. Just to the moon. To the moon. In other words, we all just got done trading meme coins, right? Everyone's like, oh my God, a meme coin is up 700%. Oh my God, let me FOMO in with the rent money. Oh, cool. A banana taped to a wall. Oh, excellent. Let's get some of that. Now it's Made in America, Algorand, Hedera, Cardano, XRP, right? Your YouTube coins. Your YouTube coins. Up only. Soon to be known as your Orange Man coin. Soon to be known as your hedge fund coins. Like, these things are going to have people building on them. They're going to have no tax on transactions. Why are they below their March high? When you look at the charts, you're going to fall out of your seat. What's going on in XRP? I'll tell you what's going on in XRP. The whole crypto market is completely mispriced. The crypto market is completely mispriced. It's a joke. MicroStrategy. Okay. So we have something from a technical analysis textbook that was a guy's notebook back in the 1920s and the 1930s. It's called an accumulation cone. So down here in the right-hand corner, bottom left-hand corner, you have this little cone, this little back and forth thing. And then you go back and forth a couple times, and then you go parabolic. Well, guess what? The Lux Algo chart program I use, it goes back and forth. This is MicroStrategy Weekly. And I'm like, boom, look at that. It's now a meme stock. It's just wild. Seriously, it's trading like a meme coin. There is a MicroStrategy meme coin. Everyone dumped it because everyone wants to trade the stock like a meme stock. Who knew? This cycle, wow, it's a bull market. Guys who are long this, I don't know, they like tripled their money in a year in a stock. Okay, the first one of these things that I saw was OHM, the real world asset project, where everybody's borrowing money against treasuries tokenized treasury bonds to get stable coins to ape in. Okay, there was the cone. It doesn't even look like a cone anymore because it just went straight up. And I'm like, where else we got this formation? Anybody? Oh, there's one in ETH. So ETH is like at like a balance zone. You know what? 2 weeks ago, ETH was here for like 8 weeks sitting on top of this thing. Like 8 weeks. You had 8 weeks to buy ETH at 2,500. By the way, the top of the cone is at 5,200. And if you look at this, right, like this is 5,200. If you can see my mouse, that means, you know, you're going to go whoop, whoop. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody remember Web3, the internet, building things? Hello. Cardano. You know, they're wise to it in Cardano on the weekly chart. This is the Charles Hoskins meme coin now. Whatever's wrong with this, I mean, if the coin goes to $5, he's going to be able to sell and raise capital and start paying developers. He's going to be in a room with Elon. You got to like seriously think about this. This thing went to $3 on Ben Armstrong, who I've met and I actually have a lot of respect for, despite, you know, some of the things that happened to him, right? I mean, this guy got on the freaking he got on his channel and is like, I believe what this guy is talking about, and he said, rightly so, that XRP could be the biggest coin of the last cycle. And in a way, I remember hearing him say that. It's like he said it, and I don't know if he totally believed it. But because it was so hard, not because there's something wrong with XRP, because it was just so hard to be bullish because it didn't go up. All it did was go down and sit there. Now, this thing is, Cardano is another one. It's just going up only, and everyone's like, oh, well, I don't think I can buy it at $1. Okay, dude, well, it'll be much more attractive at $10, dude, because the market cap expansion here, it's like, wherever Ethereum is right now, all these coins can go to where Ethereum is. That's it. I mean, you know, Ethereum, you can build some stuff on it and people are not that interested. Well, what happens if you have stuff that people are interested in? You know, do you think crypto hedge funds care about buying at $1? I don't think so. I don't think they care. I don't think crypto hedge funds are going to care about buying Doge at 60 billion market cap. No one cares. Dude, it's an accumulation cone on a weekly chart. This is probably the first leg of the parabolic, and it's not even out of the cone yet, right? I mean, look at the guy's notebook. It's like 8, 9, 10. True Finance, DeFi. Oh my God, I've missed the rally. Oh my God, I've missed everything. What have you missed? This thing's sitting on the bottom of its like cone. The whole market looks like this. The whole market was down today, by the way. It was like, oh my God, Bitcoin's going to 100K. All coins down 6%. Like stuff you can really use. Everyone's like dumping that stuff. Everyone's like giving up. The give up trade continues. Fetch, Lux Algo, strong buy signal. I don't know, in August. Look at the size of this cone. It's huge. This is huge. This thing's at $1. The top of the cone is at $4.50. Hedera. Made in the USA, baby. Put your cowboy hat on. I don't know what this thing does. I know it's a bridge for karate combat. They may not know what this thing does, but you know what? When the Orange Man and Elon call and Charles Hoskins call and say, hey, you want to partner up? They're going to be like, yeah, man, let's go. They got this thing up to 50 cents on nothing more than hype and a Fed liquidity injection back in March. Now, these things are at the epicenter of the space race for Web3. You want to know how many people are talking about this? Nobody. You want to know who's long? Nobody. You want to know how you know that? Because it's going up in 20% increments. There's no seller, right? There's no long. There's no natural long to say, okay, yeah, we can sell out some Cardano at $1. We'll sell some of this out. One guy I know on Twitter said it perfectly. The XRP supply has been sucked up by somebody for 6 years. So good luck finding who, when they come in and start buying it, who's the seller? Nobody. Nobody. They're just going to have to bid it up until someone comes in. Okay, I like this chart. So here we are. We have our cone. You know about the cone already. But what we have, fear, greed, is at 95. Oh, my God. Kramer likes Bitcoin. Yeah, dude. But Avalanche with a C chain for security tokens, dead. The liquid staking token, which, by the way, QI is on Coinbase, was up like 10% today. This is a usable, fast layer one. No interest. None. What are they going to do? Like, the orange man flies to Texas to watch rockets being launched. Bitcoin is going to $1 million a coin, yet the crypto bros are like oblivious to what's going on here. Arrow, like, it's not a cone. It's like an upward sloping triangle sitting on the bottom of the cone. I mean, this feels like it's just going to blow through here. Excuse my hyperbole. Just see ya. Cosmos. What's Cosmos? Yeah. It's one of the Magnificent Seven. They're going to build the internet on this stuff. No one cares. It's like $3, $4. Could go to 16. Could go to 80. Okay, a public service announcement about XRP. You know, when XRP does huge rallies, they just do it all in 1 month. They do it all at the same time. They just take it up. So it's up 15%. No one wants to buy it. Then it sits there for a little while. Everyone's like, well, maybe I'll get a dip, and then maybe you won't. And maybe you'll just walk in Monday morning. It'll be at $3 because hedge funds don't care, and there's no seller. And they've done this before, twice. Oh, that was just on YouTube, pump, whatever. I mean, we did Fed liquidity and YouTubers. Now we got Elon, RFKJ, the orange man, the other orange man, Michael Saylor. How long before do you think this guy Garlinghouse is going to get on the tape and say, oh, thank God this guy Gensler's gone? Do you have any idea what we've been through? Do you have any idea how much money we spent fighting the government? How long is it going to take, do you think, to get that story out on television? Right? I can't believe he's not out on television now. I'm on television. Why aren't you on television? Well, because he's a moron and he's bearish his own coin. But that means it's going to go up even more. Like when they're bearish their own coin, it does nothing but go up. Like, does nothing but go up. Polkadot. Polkadot was at 52 at the top of the last cycle. They couldn't control themselves. It was at 12, and they took it vertically up to 50. This is the strongest Lux Algo buy signal you could have. This is at its discount zone. The premium zone is at 60 cents. This is called the bigger the base, the higher into space. This is like the internet. Like you could buy a piece of the internet. You've never been able to buy a piece of the internet. You could buy a stock in a social media company. You could buy a stock in a chip company. 25 years ago, you could buy a stock in a computer company or a router company, or maybe an AOL, like a service. This is actually the rails of the internet. Solana at 255. And then there's Solana 1000. But no one's talking about 331 and 528. Like the fib analysis that the guy was doing in Bitcoin. Yeah, I'm wondering if we should be doing it in Solana. Because I'm wondering what happens if people start figuring out that a Solana ETF ignites every single layer one. So Algorand was up 20% today. Can you tell? Everyone's like, technical analysis is really complicated. Yeah, bro, it's really complicated. Something crashes, it goes down, and then the president of the United States endorses it. And everyone just sits there looking at banana taped to a wall while this thing could go up 100x. This could be 100x. XRP could be 100x. Right? I mean, what stops this? Like, you've seen it in memes. You've seen it in NVIDIA. right? Like when NVIDIA gaps, when NVIDIA moves, it can add market cap like $250 to $300 billion at a time on a big rally day. NVIDIA. That's the size of Ethereum. So NVIDIA's market cap can change as much as the entire value of Ethereum. So we have memes, we have MicroStrategy, we have NVIDIA, and now everyone's going to tell me that this can't go and permeate other areas of the market. ETH versus Bitcoin. ETH given up for dead. It actually blew through the bottom of like whatever little triangle or cone it was in. It's all the way back down to the March low. God, I mean, if Vitalik ever comes up with a catalyst for this, it's going to go to 6,000. Marathon Digital, crypto stocks. These guys were borrowing money to buy more Bitcoin, and they produce Bitcoin. And every hedge fund is short this stock. They're all short. They're all short. Like, wow, the halving has wrecked their business model. Well, they've got to branch out into energy and AI, and I don't know how they're going to recover from this whole halving thing. Well, bro, I can tell you what they're going to do. They're either going to become hedge funds, energy companies, or, you know, they're just going to hold on to all the Bitcoin that they have, and then they're going to borrow money and buy more. Because I don't know how anybody's ever going to get any Bitcoin. I mean, people are going to be like, oh my God, thank God Bitcoin's got these mining companies. We can go buy the mining companies so we can get the Bitcoin. Now, in these other markets, like, you know, like XRP and Cardano and Ethereum, there is no miner to buy. There's no company to buy. You have to go into the market to do it. So if Bitcoin can go to $1 million, where can all this other stuff go? It's insane. It's insane how much buying pressure can come into these like little itty bitty markets. HUD 8 was at 80 last cycle. It's now at 25. Everyone thinks it's up only and they can't touch it. Wolf. This is like a highly speculative mining company. It's got itself an accumulation cone here. It went straight down off FTX. What goes down one way goes right back up the same way. Galaxy Digital, US version, accumulation cone, sitting at a balance area of 20, could go to 47. I mean, does it require a lot of knowledge to see that whatever this was crashed, sat, made a base, everybody gave up, and now it's just starting to wake up? Everyone's like, oh my God, fear, greed is at 95. Yes, fear, greed is at 95, but what is your position? What is your position? What is the position of the second largest insurance company in Europe? What is your position? Are you long? You're bullish, but are you long? I don't think so. You are, but you know, the rest of the people are not. You know, I was a frustrated XRP hodler. Dude, of course you were. Dude, it was horrible. It was horrible. Like, you know, BitBoy has a lot of energy, right? He's like, oh man, this is it. This is it. I mean, you could have bought like XRP clothes. You know, I wish I bought one, right? We'd be busting it out right now. He had so much conviction on this. And then Solana took off. And everybody who had XRP had to watch Solana 10x. And they got nothing. They got absolutely nothing. They had to watch Solana 10x. They had to watch SUI. They had to watch SEI. They had to watch Gensler just continue just unchecked. He tried to say all these coins like Solana and Cardano were securities. He sued a whole bunch of altcoins. People had to live with this, right? And then when you thought the bear market was over, in March, the bear market returned. So a 2-month consolidation turned into an 8-month consolidation. Is there anyone left long under those circumstances? No. There's like Brad, the head of XRP. I don't even know if he kept his. I don't know if they were selling. They were the ones who were selling it at 50 cents. You know, maybe Brad's mom's got some on a thumb drive somewhere. No one's long. And there's a reason why. There's a reason why. People are not long because they're stupid. People are not long because it was just impossible to hold it. And when it's impossible to hold it and no one likes it and it's hard to buy, right? And no one's long, what does it do? It goes straight up. It's just going straight up, right? XRP and Cardano are going up as I speak. Yeah, because every crypto hedge fund is going, oh my God, a huge liquid crypto is moving. A huge liquid crypto is moving. We have to FOMO in. How are we going to FOMO in? What's available for sale on Coinbase? Oh, nothing. Oh, well, I guess we better start buying it. You better start market buying it. You know, you do also realize that these altcoins all year long have been suppressed, shorted by probably the likes of people like BlackRock, right? In other words, you know, how did you get an 8-month range when it should have been a 2-month range? Because they suppressed all these altcoins. They shorted them. They shorted the altcoins. They tried to force everyone out of the market, which they did. And now there's no seller. They got to cover the shorts. And hedge funds have to buy. It's just up only. There's no seller. There's no seller. You look at an order book, you think there's a seller there, but when you look at the size of the people coming in, there's no seller in Bitcoin. The second largest insurance company in Europe is FOMOing into MicroStrategy debt to get involved. Think about that for a second. How many of these type of insurance companies we got? I used to work in stocks. We got them in Europe. We got them in Canada. The Japanese insurance companies are absolutely enormous. They're enormous. They're like, should we hold treasury bonds or should we hold MicroStrategy bonds? Should we hold NVIDIA or should we buy MicroStrategy stock? Oh, MicroStrategy stock's absurdly overvalued. We've held absurdly overvalued stocks before. Tesla was absurdly overvalued in 2017. Elon figured it out. He caught up. He caught up with the expectations. People in equities, they don't know the difference. They don't know the difference. You know, so yeah, it's like the market's closed. Cardano's up 11%. XRP's up 11%. Hedera's up 7%. You want to know who the buyer is? Seriously. How much you want to bet it's Elon? You know, Elon puts the little payment thing. Here's Aera. This is just Aera on Coinbase, right? I don't know. Let's like look at something stupid like an 89-minute chart. Like this thing breaks out, makes a new high, and then Luxalgo just puts support right underneath. I mean, you get in the way of this thing, you're just going to get your face ripped off. I mean, this stuff is going to trade like a meme coin, except you're not going to have to put up with 70% corrections until it's way overextended. In other words, a meme coin, like not Popcat or Pepe, right? But small meme coins are going to probably get wrecked in a market like this because you're going to have capital flowing into the big coins. So this is Pepe. Pepe actually broke out of an accumulation cone. So this actually looks pretty good. Or you could say maybe these memes have done their thing. So everyone's looking at Jim Kramer's looking at Bitcoin and everybody in crypto is looking at memes. And then Web3 just explodes. And all these people, like they're not going to be happy with themselves. They're not. They're like, oh, like, because you've been told. Like, I don't mean that in a mean kind of way. That's kind of an East Coast Jersey financial markets thing. Like, oh my God, you know, Greenspan, Powell, you know, you've been told they're hiking, they're cutting or whatever. Dude, you've been told. Department of Government Efficiency, inject capital into the markets. Orange Man buying like what? Crypto brokerage firms, doing DeFi projects. I mean, what does he have to do? Does he have to get on TV with his phone and buy it on the phone before people figure this out? I mean, his son, Donald Trump Jr., was doing like, I don't know, he was doing like guest appearances for like a meme coin, Restore the Republic, right? They're into crypto. They were doing it. They were doing it before they got elected, when they thought everything was a tight race. They were still doing it. They were doing it when it was risky to do it. Everyone's like, oh my God. I even said that. Like, ooh, the cringe on the DeFi project. It's like, oh, don't forget the Orange Man did NFTs on ETH in a bear market. And successfully, by the way, 4 rounds in a bear market. So what are these guys going to do when they've got like the aura of political light? Like, what are they going to do? They're going to just like, it's like NASCAR where they'll just like the flag, the green flag. They're just waving the flag. All the cars are going by, layer 2s, interoperability, layer 1s. I mean, it's like basic top 100 crypto stuff. Like if Bitcoin should be worth 3 trillion, the rest of the market should be worth 3 trillion at least. So that's 6 trillion total market cap. And I got people commenting on my XRP videos that XRP should be worth 3 trillion. I have no idea what the market cap math on that is, but I'm sure it's going to get me a ton of views on TikTok. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, hedge funds, like the stress is unbelievable. The legacy market's closed. So you can't grab a Bitcoin ETF. You can't hedge. There's no way to hedge upside exposure. In other words, if you're short or you have capital that you need to invest, there's no way to protect yourself. None. Like this may be, now that I think of it, what wakes up ETH. They're like, oh, okay, we got to buy something. We want to buy XRP, but we can't get any. So what can we buy? What's the most liquid, deepest market in the world where they actually have sellers? Well, it's not Bitcoin. There's no seller in Bitcoin. Oh, what about ETH? No one wants that. Okay, great. Let's just 5x, 10x levered by that and hope it keeps up with Cardano. This Cardano pain trade goes through all the layer 1s. They're going to start grabbing everything leveraged. And the higher it goes, the more they're going to want it. Not only the more they're going to want it, the more they're going to need it. Do you think XRP will be worth more than Bitcoin in the long run? Dude, honestly, man, I don't know. I mean, I had an economist joke around that he said, in the long run, we're all dead. The question is, right, what's going to be money? Like I can see XRP being money in the long run versus Bitcoin, which is going to be like a financial system. And who knows, XRP could be a financial system too. I don't want to be a complete idiot, but I don't know why everybody is afraid to pay $1. We're always seeing all these things like Bitcoin whale that bought Bitcoin at 90 cents now wakes up at that it's $90,000. What a legend. Okay. So we can do that trade now in XRP and Cardano. You might be able to do that trade in Algorand or Hedera, depending on what kind of things that they have. You can definitely do it in Polkadot, right? If these things become the rails of the internet, I mean, do you want to tell your kids you missed Web3 when Elon was on the tape and Kennedy and the Orange Man and all these other dudes? Dude, it's the space race, right? It's the space race. You know how like everything last cycle was astronauts. Like I worked for the astronaut company, right? I'm like, oh God, please don't do any more astronauts. Now I got to call all those people back up. I'm like, dude, bring back the astronauts. The astronauts, dude. It's just like it's the space program. All right, people. That is your Friday night fire. Gabriel wants 100,000 XRP. Dude, let's start with $5. You have XRP at $5, you're going to have Fomo in this market. You don't know what Fomo is. That's what I should have called the show. You don't know what Fomo is. You don't. Is it not greed? It's repricing. Repricing. Reprice the markets. Reprice. Reprice. The color of the day is orange. I am your host, Bill Noble. We will see you next week.